Hey guys! As you know, my husband and I have been working to remove invasive plants from the French farmhouse property that we bought 4 months ago. And yesterday while we were working, we uncovered a secret garden. So I thought I would take a few minutes today to show it to you. Alright, to give you some perspective where this is on the property, this is the largest barn of 3. And if you walk through the front gate, there's this little short wall behind the barn, and if you just tuck in here, we have this big area just absolutely overwhelmed with invasives. Now, when we came to look at the property back last February, my husband and I kind of peeked our head in this space, and we agreed that if we cleaned it up, it might make an interesting garden area. So yesterday, we started trying to remove all of the blackberries and ivy back here. And just to give you an idea, this space goes pretty far back. And this is the absolute biggest bramble patch that I think I've ever encountered. So we started working on this yesterday because, unfortunately, over the winter, as a result of all this ivy growing on the back of the barn, a part of the barn wall collapsed. So in order to be able to assess the damage and figure out how we're going to move forward on our repair, we need to get all this area cleaned out. So we were back here working on that yesterday, and that got me looking at the space more closely than I had before. And I noticed back on the side opposite of the barn that we had all of this ivy growing. And obviously it had to be growing on something, so I got to looking and started pulling off, and what I discovered was that it was growing on this really awesome stone wall. So we did not actually know that we had this stone wall, which I know sounds crazy, but the other side of it faces a neighbor's field, and we don't have a way to see that area, so we just had no idea. So I pulled off enough to just kind of get an idea of the condition of the wall. And as you can see, it looks like, so far, it's in really great repair. So, that got me looking a little further in. And obviously this bramble patch will have to come down. But if you look really far out at the end of the patch, there are signs that there is some other sort of wall and maybe a little more structure. So now we start the challenge of cleaning this all out to see what we have. But I would say it's a pretty exciting day when you discover you have a secret garden that you didn't know you had. We will keep you posted as we make progress back here and come up with plans for how we're going to use this space.